Do. Frosty the Snowman was a jolly happy soul with a corncob pipe and a button nose and two eyes made out of coal. Frosty the Snowman was a fairy tale, they say, but the children know. All right. Hello, Love Bug. How are you tonight? Thank you so much for what you're doing. I appreciate you so much. I know it's hard. I know that it's rough sometimes. Sometimes these comments just start going a mile a minute. Hello, Ken G. And I know it's hard. There's Malaya's mom. How are you? Pepper Moon. Hello. Billy Rowe. Hello. Julia. Judith. Crystal. Rita. Hello, Rita. There's Kay. Donna says only 90 days to the busy season. You got it. Terry says hello from Louisville. Sarah says hello from Georgia. Oh, let's see. What's that say right there about? Oh, I missed. Malaya's mom said, doing great. Today is my 9-year anniversary. Congratulations. Rhonda Gunn says, hello from Virginia. Hello back from Virginia. Marianne says she's in Virginia Beach. I hope everybody's having a good night tonight. Ken G says Governor Youngkin spoke at a Turning Point USA rally at Virginia Tech this evening. For a lot of you that did not know, tonight was supposed to be the night that Charlie Kirk was scheduled to be at Virginia Tech, just up the road from us. Then the tragedy happened, and they still held the rally tonight. But this was supposed to be the rally that he was. This was his campus tour, and Virginia Tech was on his campus tour, and tonight was supposed to be the night he was at Virginia Tech. Terry, did BJ get evicted today? It has been quiet today. Uh, we spoke earlier about what was going on with the text messages going out, the messenger messages going out, people asking for money, and we were just making sure you guys were covered. I have not heard anything on the eviction. So, R.I.P. Charlie Kirk. Correct. Um, young girl Allie, how are you? Guys, I'm going to tell you, some of these videos with Timmy that you watch, they will melt your heart. That young man, there's so much love where he's concerned. Um, Watching those videos over several months and the transformation that he had went through. Um, Donna said, we'll throw out reindeer and whatever. They don't eat candy canes. Grew out of dirt. Reindeers left. You got it. Valerie has heard BJ needs $150 to move her trailer off of the property. That, guys, I really thought when I first got that message this morning, I said, okay, this might be an isolated incident. This may be something going on. Then I got the second one. And I'm like, okay, there's some validity to this. If more than one person is getting this message, there's some validity to that. So, hello, Miss Kelly. How are you? Yes, Sarah said she saw the one today where he got his cowboy boots. It's like a child at Christmas when things are given to Timmy, and there's you can see the love that's in him. You can just see he is so filled with love, and yeah, you can. It breaks your heart to watch those videos. Okay. The red marker I have is for the naughty ones. I got to put them on the list. No, the red marker in my hand is just something. I've got a piece of paper with me here as well. And if somebody asks a question and I need to jot it down, I'll go ahead and jot it down just for the simple fact of making sure I know it and making sure we cover it and see things like that. Uh, Show us a front flip or something. No, no, no magic tonight. No magic tonight. Um, I'm getting in the spirit. Yes, it's so fun. I will be standing out somewhere, and it'll be like a 7-Eleven or somewhere like that. The stores we talk about, and the small children that will come in, and they'll see me. And guys, I'll lose this hat eventually to where it'll be the Santa hat, and the enjoyment the kids get of going, the big man's here. Got to straighten up a little bit. Got to fly right. Got to act right. The big man's here. And they'll come up and they'll talk, and I'll ask them if they've been good or bad, and but we have fun with it and we enjoy it, and but I love the look on kids' faces when they see the big man standing there in a store. I literally look like more than Santa than he does. Well, mm, that's hard to say because the genuine article right here. Um, Precious Combs. Justin, I don't know a lot about her. I've seen her videos on Facebook. Right now, there's a lot of arguing going on between her and other uh, individuals where I believe that the story that I'm hearing in the videos, Patrick wanting her to make some videos with him, and then they would split the profits. She didn't want to do that evidently, and it's got bad. But there's 3 or 4 people on Facebook right now that are content creators, and they're putting videos out and things like that. But guys, I don't know the connections they have, the Whitakers they have, the sources they have. Um, so I try to stay away from that, you know, content. He said, she said stuff going on, arguing going on. I don't want to bring that into you guys here. That's this. We want this to be a safe place. We want this to be a good place. Uh, a lot of stuff going on out there. Wendy's here. Sarah said she collects Santas, over 200. So you get to see this face every day. You are a blessed individual, Sarah. I'm just saying that now. Aaron says, hi from Australia. Hope everybody's having a lovely day. Leia's mom says, Ruth, I see you. Hey, guys, let me ask you, because I've got 231 in the room right now. I try to come live on here with you at 3 o'clock in the afternoon just for a short visit, and then a longer visit at 8 o'clock in the evening. Are those good hours? Should we change it up? There will be some days that maybe we won't do a long live, just for the simple fact that there may not be a lot going on. Like today, it's been very quiet today. I think the biggest news right now that we're going through is the creators going, at each other and things like that. That may be the biggest news out there. But like I said, I don't know those folks. I don't want to bring that in here with us for the simple fact of we're trying to keep the negativity out. We're trying to keep the fighting and everything out. Wendy says, I have a friend competing on the Rob Lowe TV show, The Floor, tonight. So I am watching this on commercials. Okay. Well, good luck. Who is your friend, Wendy? Can you share the first name? Let us know the first name. So when I go back, I can go back and DVR and see what that is, and hopefully I can see your friend there and see how they did. Helena said, Helena, I've been doing this a couple weeks now, and the reason I got into it was the simple fact of I had started noticing that there were chat rooms out there that people were going into, and a lot of people were attacking one another. I didn't like that. I wanted a room that people could come into. Um, okay, Anita said because of work, it's a different, Uh, Love Buck, said she can hear the elves running. I have one that's very heavy footed. I'm telling you that now. Um, but it is, yeah, you can hear them. You can hear them. What is that? Well, we're going to remove that one. But that's the thing, guys. Roman the Great, what's your content about? Roman, we are everywhere. We will talk about the Whitaker some. If you have a subject that you want to talk about, as long as it's clean and safe and uh, you're not abusive, you're not cussing. If you want to talk about rubber ducks and jeeps, we did that the other night. If you want to talk about Christmas, we can do that all day long. If you want to talk about something that's good, that the community can sit here with you and talk with you about, you're more than welcome to stay here. Um, mm, what's a good Appalachian recipe that you would recommend? I am one of the big favorites of mine is chicken and dumplings, but it's got to be the right chicken and dumplings. It's got to be what Grandma used to make. That is a good. Um, that's a good combination right there. But no, guys, we just want this to be a safe space, and um, I want us to be kind to each other. I don't want. And look, I'll be honest with you. We've had people from other chat rooms come in here, and they've basically told us macaroni and tomatoes. Look at you, Deanna. You are showing. You are showing. Yes. Um, hello, Elizabeth. How are you? Fried green tomatoes. There is something special about a fried green tomato. All right, here's a question. Um, yes, the fur babies, they know what's going on. Any info on BJ movement? No. Right now, the only thing, uh, and if you've caught the chat earlier, the only thing that we kind of know today was the simple fact that some things went out today asking for money. We don't know if that was BJ or if that was somebody else trying to scam. Uh, but there were some text messages that went out, especially on Facebook because of the messengers. I guess they were going into chat rooms where was discussing the Whitakers, and then people were asking for $150. Well, thank you, 7-Eleven. I appreciate that. Said I was 6 years old, and my mom went to Sears. There you were. Then we went to Cress's store, and there you were again. How'd you get there so quick? It's a process. I'm going to tell you that now. It's a process. Uh, I will share this with you. Growing up as a child, my grandmother worked for Kenrose. Kenrose was a dressmaker. They made dresses for Cress's. So I am very familiar with Cress's. And my grandmother used to sew labels into the back of dresses for cresses, and she helped make the dresses. That's a good memory you just brought up there. How are the doggies? I am hoping that I'm sorry, God, somebody's buzzing my phone. I am hoping that the dogs are fine. I would think that they are, for the simple fact of Betty has been down there, from what we understand. Larry's been down there. Kenny's been down there. So I'm assuming they're still getting fed and taken care of. Um, Isaac said, I've got tendonitis. Hang in there, buddy. We'll pray for you. I promise you, Isaac. No, here's the question. Here's the question I want to ask you. And while I've got you here, I'm in the state of Virginia. And this is gonna freak you out if I understand if this bothers you. We eat tomato sandwiches in Virginia. Just a tomato sandwich, but we put mayonnaise on those sandwiches. There's Hellman's, there's Duke's, there's Miracle Whip. What's the mayonnaise that you choose? I am a Duke guy. I like Duke's mayonnaise. You would not believe the fights that people have over which mayonnaise they use to put on a sandwich. Kathy, that's a good question. Why doesn't Larry or Patrick move BJ's trailer? And that may be what it comes down to. We're not sure. And again, I want to be really clear on this. The messages that went out today, and like I said, 2 people got contacted within our group. We are not sure that was BJ. I don't want to say it was, because again, we don't know. I don't know if it was somebody trying to scam somebody. I don't want to put that on BJ if it wasn't BJ. There are a lot of scammers out there. We did see the post last week where she had put up asking for money to help with Betty's legal fees. We did see that message put up, but with this message today, the people were really unclear where it was coming from. So I just want to put that out there. I don't want to blame BJ for doing something that maybe possibly BJ didn't do. Thank you, Jeff. Guys, Jeff's going through lung cancer. Give Jeff a lot of love tonight. He is battling tonight. So let's give Jeff some love. A lot of prayers going to Jeff tonight. And guys, throw him up in the chat. Love Bug's there. She can spot him. If I don't see him, if I get on a topic, we'll cover it. Helena said Hellman's. Ann said Miracle Whip. Selena said Kraft, Miracle Whip, Hellman's Mayo. Bless said Duke's all the way. Why do you look like NA minus the fat belly? Oh, the fat belly's there. You just don't get to see the fat belly. You get to see up above. The belly's there, I'm telling you. Fried potato and onions. Rhonda, you are a girl after my own heart right there. Just got here. Can you do a recap on Daisy May? Daisy, we were just talking about there had been some messages went out this morning asking people for money. And evidently they made reference to the fact that they were BJ. We don't know if that's true or not. We were just kind of giving people the heads up. Been kind of quiet today. Haven't heard much today on the other rooms. Just be careful. If somebody reaches out to you, be careful there. Let's see. Hello, Lisa Ann. How are you? Love Animal said, I don't mind a great value mayonnaise. Jean said, now I'm hungry. Biscuits and gravy with a slice of tomato. There you go, Tammy. There you go. No, growing up as a kid, it was one of the things where, Lisa said she just finished work. Now she's sitting relaxing with her cat. It's a good way to do it. It's a good way to do it. Let me tell you, it beats the reindeers I've got back here. They just don't want to. They don't want to chill with the big man. You know what I'm saying? They've had a rough day. They've been, working out, training. Sometimes they just don't want to do that. Um, Terry said the trailer isn't that big. Larry could pull it with a truck. Absolutely. Someone said Patrick's phone was seized today. I have not heard anything about that. I don't know if that's true or not true. Um, guys, this investigation will take a little while. I promise you that. Um, I know that they have said that they have not been contacted. From what I understand, Patrick had not been contacted or Eric has not been contacted. You feel like that's coming. You feel like that's coming. Fried potato sandwich with mayonnaise. Malaya's mom says, my cats don't let me relax. That's all right, Sammy. You take your time. You come on in when you need to come in. We love you no matter what. Kelly said, I need prayers. I had to go to the hospital. I'm not good. Kelly says she's homeless. She has 3 dogs. My babies come first. Kelly, we're going to pray for you. I promise we'll do that for you. You hang in there. It will get better. I promise. It will get better. There's a plan for you. So hang in there with us, okay? Hellman's, guys, a lot of love for Kelly right now. Anything on BJ's cousin Jason? Have not heard anything. Have not heard anything there. A lot of this has been focused on Patrick and Eric. And Eric has kind of gone silent. So I think a lot of this has now turned to Patrick. He did a live right before I came over here. Who did the live? Oh, who? Kim, who did the live right before you came over here? Did we miss something tonight? Usually they put up a notice saying that somebody is going to do a live, and if that's the case, we'll go back and let's see. Kim said, Patrick, okay. I will go back and check that. Usually he puts something up saying that he's going to do a live. Usually he'll do them between 7, 8 o'clock, somewhere there. So I will go back and make sure and check that live. Thank you for telling me that. I will go back and check that live. And if there's anything new in that live chat, I will check on that. Kim, did you hear anything new in that chat? And we'll go based off of you, and hopefully you be honest with us. And if there was something in there that we needed to know. Ravenheart, do you know who Ron is? It's me, says no live on Facebook, just looked. Yeah, I didn't see anything tonight. And usually he's pretty good. I will be honest with you. He's pretty good about letting you know when he's going to do a live. And I think that's in order to get the viewers, to get everybody in there at one time watching everything. Sammy said, I worked in politics. I got sick. Now I'm too upset. Okay. I get it. Slacker said 4,000 is enough for sheds, insulation, and drywall. Appalachian Outdoor says Patrick didn't go live. Scam if it's on YouTube. Thank you, Ladybug. Prayers for Kelly. Definitely prayers for Kelly tonight. Hello from Norton, Virginia. Cricket. Patrick's channel is just his name, Patrick Rourke, on Facebook. I'm giving you that on Facebook, and it's got the blue check beside his name, and you'll see it. One of the last posts I think he had up was the post of Betty and Lorraine walking into the nail salon. Mid-Ohio Valley. Soft white underbelly. It's upsetting. Yes. Kelly said the kids thought my dad was Santa. Anita said, guys, she needs prayers tonight. She's got lupus and 12-hour shifts. Worked 2 already. She was in pain last night with her legs. Keep going, Anita. We're praying for you. Keep going. Blessed, that's exactly what we do. That's exactly what we do. You would, and guys, we made reference to this last night. Look, I've got 50,000 subscribers here. I'm not dealing with millions of subscribers. I make a little money here. I have people that watch over that for the simple fact of, guess what? Big man's got to pay taxes on that. Nobody's taking taxes out on that. At the end of the year, I get a 1099, independent contractor. I get a 1099 for it. I've got to pay taxes on it. So, but I have a group of people, and they have been with me for quite a while. And they take care of what comes in and what needs to be paid and things like that. And, those little elves, those 3 elves have been with me for a long time, and they take care of a lot of stuff. And if the head elf comes to me and tells me we're spending too much or we're not making enough, that's when I worry. But right now we're okay. We're good with everything going on. And Cam can get whatever he wants. If Cam calls and picks at it and tells that head elf he needs something, guess what? Guess what Cam gets? Cam gets what he wants. Ken G said, Charlie Kirk was supposed to be at Virginia Tech this evening. He was. And with everything that went on, Governor Youngkin was up there tonight, from what I understand. Megan, forgive me, guys, I can't remember her last name. The young lady, Megan, she's on one of the news channels. She was supposed to be up there last night. Somebody help me out there. Rebecca said, yes, sir. Virginians eat tomato sandwiches, Virginia fried tomatoes and taters and onions, salmon cakes, salmon cakes. I love it. Soup beans, cornbread, peach cobbler, sweet tea, ice water, chocolate milk. God bless you. Remember the show Hee Haw? Kelly said, pray for the Kirks family. Pam, nobody's exploiting anybody. And I have made the comment before. If somebody can set up a legitimate fund to where we can donate money to, I have no issues donating to the Whitakers. It's got to be the right place, though. Guys, you have somebody who takes care of your paycheck and takes care of your funds that you trust. There's a lot of people out there who just need somebody to be over top of that money they trust for that money to go to. Plain and simple. Nobody's exploiting anybody. I have no issue giving money to the Whitakers. It just has to be done properly. That's what it all boils down for me. That's what it all boils down to for me. It just has to be done properly. I want to make sure that if Betty picks the phone up and says, guys, I need a stove, that the money that is used from that account goes to buy a stove. If she sits there and says, I need my phone bill paid, then her phone bill's paid. I don't want to see money just randomly handed out to people and say, you go and do what you want to with it. Because guess what's probably not going to get paid? The phone bill. Guess what's probably not going into the house? A new stove. Too many factors there. This has to be done properly. Same way with the house. Got to have a plan. Just show us a plan. Let it be a good plan. Bye, Bradley. Trust fund, Judy, something like that. Kayla, you have a great night. We're going to do that. Pray for Kayla tonight, guys. Blessed said too much money's been wasted and blown already. A lot of people believe that. When does it stop with them? Guys, I'd love for there to be a solution to this. I would love to see everything work out. And I think that's everybody. I think that's everybody in this room would love to see a solution take place that everybody agrees with. It's going to take a little while. Okay. You got to hang in there. This investigation's going to have to go through. The state is now involved. It will take a little while. This is not something we snap our fingers and it just stops. It will take a little while. Sammy, you got it. With them being in the state right now, that's why the state police has told everybody, please stop sending money. Please stop donating. They're being taken care of right now. Guys, I know that Betty is still there. I know that Larry is still there. I know that Kenny is still there. But the donations have to stop right now for a while. Again, I hope it's set up to where it's done right. But please be careful. If you are making donations, the state of West Virginia Police Department, the state troopers want to talk with you. Let's see. Ralph said, did Mark buy? From what I understand, he did. They all have incomes, correct. Yeah, Sylvia said they still have not, Chris. Chris said, how's Timmy doing? Have not heard. And I think that's being done for a reason. I think the state right now are basically trying to protect these three individuals. They're trying to get them off of this sideshow stage. I think they're trying to protect them from the outside world and some of the things that could come into, from the outside world. Love bug. If you see somebody, Kathy said, no, Kathy, look, question was asked. We talk about anything you want to talk about. Question was asked. We're just answering the question. If you'd like to talk about anything, we'll talk about anything with you. St. Elmo's Fire, you're the second person that has said that tonight. I don't know anything about that. I don't know if they've got his phone or not. I've heard nothing about that. I'll do some investigation on that tonight, but I haven't heard anything. I know that we haven't seen any posts go up. So that may be one of the reasons why we're not seeing the posts go up. Doctor said I need a longer beard to be Santa. I'm 90 days out. Trust me. It'll be ready. I'm telling you, it'll be ready. How are you using the name? Which name is that, Sean? What was your most favorite job you ever had? Um, what is that? He is out, Santa. Okay. Okay. Thank you, St. Elmo's. I appreciate that. I'll look into that tonight and see. I know there were some issues there between those two. Guys, like I said, you will go to other rooms tonight. And if there are things not happening, we've got to open the chat up to we can sit here all night long and go over every single thing that you already know about. I don't know how that benefits us. It's just, we don't want to be repetitive here. So that's why if there's something you want to talk about, if there's something that, we're more than happy to talk about it. And that's key here. Boston Market used to have cornbread. Somebody made a comment of buttermilk and cornbread. It's good living there. Good living. I love being a mother, and now I love being a grandma. One of the best things in the world. And you know why that is? You get to spoil them, send them home to their mama. Malaya, we may get to that. Malaya's mom, we may get to that. If it gets quiet on us, we may get to that. Sassy, open discussion. Yes. Oh, Linda said, where is the pot of chili? Can smell it. Okay. Here's a question for you. You know what I'm going to ask. Chili, beans or no beans? If it's got beans in it, is it chili? Does chili just have to be meat or can it have beans in it? Let me know. Wow. Look at everybody. Beans, beans, beans. Look at that. No beans. Clark says no beans. Must have beans, no beans. I like beans and onions. Look at you guys. I did not realize we had so many bean people in this room. That is awesome. No beans, no beans. Sorry, Anita, we're making her hungry. Selena says she has full custody of her grandson since he was 5 years old. God bless me with him. Yes, ma'am. Definitely. And we'll say a prayer for you tonight as well. Name on the money. Well, that couldn't happen. Guys, I'm telling you, with this investigation, Annette said she's a vegan. I only eat bean chili. However, in Texas, chili is made without beans. Yes. Guys, with this investigation, a lot, I have a feeling, will come out. A lot of things will happen. I don't think this is going to be something that we wake up one day and the state police just basically say, look, we found nothing, we're done. Questions are going to have to be answered. There's money involved here. Where is that money? Does Patrick have it? Does Eric have it? What was their intention of defrauding people in order to obtain that money? Is this a fraud issue? This will take time. There's no doubt in my mind this will take time. Alabama Cat, hello from North Carolina. Slacker said, Wolf brand chili, no beans. There's tens of $1,000s in Bob G. Yes. Exactly right. Here's the question. Where's it at? Who has it? Has it been spent? Is it sitting in an account? Is it properly being managed? That's the questions I think the state police want answered. I know I want those answers. I'd love to know those answers. Um, let's see. Southwest Indiana here. Have people been reporting the money to the state police? As far as I know, they have. Margaret, I thought the money was going to the Amish. Margaret, in one of the videos, Eric makes reference to the fact of that the Amish would even possibly help set up a bank and keep the money in the bank there and do things like that. So that was something that was discussed. Now, how far they got along with it, I'm not sure. Once everything kind of unraveled here, I don't know. There's money somewhere. There's no doubt that Eric has money somewhere because he was the one that said that he had the money to open up the trust fund. Where is that money at now? Uh, no salt on watermelon for me. We used to do that as kids. We'd pour salt on watermelon. Uh, Look, I think the Amish guy was for real. Rosie asked that. Rosie. I think the Amish guy was real. Um, Deanna said, chow chow. My sister cans chow chow. Um, I think that it was real. And I think the Amish, look, the Amish are very smart people. They're family oriented people. They're not going to get themselves into something that is not legit. And that was even Eric had made reference to the point that he had to go down and basically sell this. Um, he had to sell this to him. He had to pitch this to them. I think once the Amish saw what was going on, their first indication was, okay, we will help them. Then it all exploded. And I think once it all exploded, I don't know where the Amish stand right now. I really don't. I think it was just one of those things where they just kind of stepped out and said, thank you, no thank you, hands up. We're out right now. We just don't, maybe we don't want to get involved with this. Hey, Santa, we need memberships here. Guys, a lot of people have asked that. And I set the elves down to look at that. And some things are being looked at. So they're looking at that. If we ever do anything like that, we want to make sure that you as a viewer and, a watcher are taken care of extremely well. So that is something that the elves are looking at, and I've got to make sure they tell me it can be done properly. That's all it boils down to. I don't think I don't think what goes on with the Whitakers is not our business. Everybody is trying to make money off of them. Who said that? Judy. Judy, there's a lot of people out there with bad intentions. There's a lot of people out here with good intentions. There's a lot of people that want the story to be told properly. I'm one of them. I have no dog in this fight. I have never met the Whitakers. Everything that I have seen is what I have seen being posted by these individuals. When I started doing this, the main goal of this, I had spoke with someone and somebody made the comment to me. Hello, Shauna, how are you? Somebody had made the comment to me that they said, where are you seeing this information? And it was somebody I worked with. We were talking about the Whitakers one day. And somebody said, where did you see that? I missed that. And I said, oh, I saw it on Facebook. And the first thing out of their mouth was, I don't have Facebook. And I said, really? And so then the conversation got to the point of sitting there going, you've already got a format and a platform on YouTube. Why don't you share some things out there with people who don't have that platform? There are a lot of people that just don't have the different platforms. And so, um, guys, if we stop talking about the Whitakers tomorrow, guess what Santa's still doing? He's still going to be making videos. I do the little shorts. I've got buddies that I all over the country, all over the world, that I love doing the little shorts with. And you'll see the older gentleman, Ron. Ron is in Oklahoma. I met Ron about 3 months ago. He is an older gentleman who somebody got him into YouTube. And he ended up doing a collab with me. And when it was all said and done, his video had like 40,000 views. And I was like, look at you. That's amazing. Well, then he was sitting at home one day and he takes a little toy. I'm going to show you with my pen. He takes a little toy and he does a video with it to where he puts it like this. And he goes, give me back my toy. Give me back my toy. Well, that created a viral sensation, quote unquote, to where he got like 10 million views on that video over the fact that people would collab with him and they would sit on the other side, how we do the split screen, they would sit on the other side of the video and pull the other side of the toy. And it exploded on him. And right now, this gentleman probably has 70,000 subscribers. And you just never know. Deborah said, not much going on with the Whitakers. Correct. It's been quiet today. Let's see. How did you find Ron? That may be the Ron somebody was asking me about. Do I know Ron? I do know Ron. He was just doing some live. He was doing some lives one night, and I was scrolling through and I ran across his live, and I was like, hey, I like this guy. This guy's a pretty good guy. He seems to be very grounded, very sensible man. And he literally was sitting and eating dinner, talking to the camera. And nothing spectacular. He wasn't trying to woo the world. It was just an older gentleman eating dinner. And so I popped in, we talked a little bit, we've had some conversations, and then he started doing these shorts, and I told him, I said, you collab with me, I collab with you, and next thing you know, him and I work together on these videos, and they're out there, you can find us, but he's done extremely well on his page, and God bless him. He's done really well. Robert said, Eric got a lawyer, keep quiet. Deborah said, it's all about Santa now. Yes. Ho, ho, ho. Slacker said, wasn't there a guy before Eric and Patrick? The guy was bashing Mark, if I remember. I'm not sure. I'm not sure the guy before Patrick and Eric. There's been several people, though. I do know that. Mark was the primary. He was the one who really kind of got everything going. And hello, Jed. How are you? Bless it. Betty's age may disqualify her from getting. Guys, there's got to be a plan there. And we've talked about it before, and I know people get upset when we make the comment that Betty's getting older, and the age of Betty, yeah, there needs to be someone uh, that can make sure they're being well taken care of, as well as Betty being taken care of. You know, because Betty's not getting any younger, so that's scary too. Um, lower expectations says my heart says they aren't coming back. It has to be right, guys. It's got to be the right situation. It has to be done to where there's a plan there. Uh, the current conditions that they're in, I do not see them coming back within the current conditions they're in. Some things will have to change. Ray's knee is messed up. Will Ray need a wheelchair constantly before too long? You've got to make sure that he can get in and out of the house. So there are some things that I think everybody needs to look into there. Jed said, I miss him. I do too. Um, Tyler, he ended up apologizing to Mark. Guys, we've talked about it before. I think Mark has a very kind soul. I think when he got into doing everything with the Whitakers, it got to the point where people wanted to give to the Whitakers and he wanted to help the Whitakers as well. He's even made the comment that he wants to help everybody that he photographs. And if you watch his channel, you see some of the people on his channel, they go through a lot. And he wants to take care of them. He wants to watch after them. And I think it became very complicated on Mark. I think Mark thought it wasn't going to be a daily job. And I think when the Whitaker's popularity and their being out there in the public eye blew up, I think it became a lot on Mark. I really do. Connie Sue, I don't know if he moved. Somebody made reference to the fact they thought he had went down to Texas. I don't know where they're seeing that at. I think there's another content creator out there that is from Texas and have made reference to the fact that maybe he had come to visit or something like that. But a lot of people thought that maybe he had went to Texas to visit. I don't know where he's at right now. I don't know if he's in West Virginia. I don't know if he's in Texas. I could not tell you on that one. Let's see here. Okay. Hello from the UK. Hello. How are you? Red, why is it that you're the only one telling all the facts on the Whitakers? Guys, I'm only telling you what's out there. If I don't know something, I will be the first one to tell you I don't know something. Will I go and try to find an answer for you? Yes. I don't think it's fair to you, though, as individuals, to sit there and, have somebody tell you something that may not be true. It's misinformation. I try my best to kind of keep everything going on there. Okay, guys, I am going to hop off here. I believe our chat has froze up. I am not seeing the chat move right now. I am seeing the clock move, but the chat, and this happens from time to time, the chat will freeze on us. People will send so many chats in, evidently the algorithm freezes the chat. So I'm going to hop off here for the night, go and do something good for somebody tomorrow. If I hear anything, I will check to see if Patrick's done a live. If he's done a live, I will put up a video about it. If not, then you probably won't see one. Have a great night. Remember, guys, Pray for the Whitakers. Pray for the Kirk family. Pray for those in this room that's asked for prayers tonight. Pray for those who've asked for prayers in the past. Keep them in your heart. And I will talk with you soon. God bless you. Have a good night. Bye now.